Lizzy Suping, thank you so much for joining us. So we've just heard that in fact 4 protesters have died. Were you aware of that? Is IPID going to be probing all 4 deaths now?
Thanks very much, Sally, and good evening to the viewers at home. Yes, IPID is going to probe all 4 deaths, although as at 5 o'clock this afternoon, we had only information about the 2 deaths that happened in the morning, and our investigators were at the scene reconstructing the crime scene, and we are going to investigate a case of death due to police action.
What information do you have at this stage about the circumstances around the death of those 2 protesters? Were they shot, for example, with rubber bullets? Is it possible to say at this point?
What we have at our disposal is that while the protesters were busy, like they had barricaded the streets with rocks as well as with burning tires, a police nyala came through and they fired rubber bullets at the protesters. However, there is information that also came to the fore that live ammunition was used during the process, during the period where the police were trying to disperse the crowds. And our investigators have reconstructed the scene. They have interviewed some of the witnesses, and the information is that live ammunition was also used, so that will form part of our investigation.
All right, so it's not confirmed, but you are investigating allegations that the police used live ammunition this morning in Thembisa.
Yes, we are certainly investigating that.
Could you tell us what the rules are around using live ammo when you're controlling a service delivery protest? What are the rules for police?
Normally, when they control crowds, they use rubber bullets and not live ammunition. So we're not sure why they allegedly used live ammunition. And like I'm saying, that would form part of an investigation, because we need to get the ballistics reports, we need to get the postmortems and all that, all other information.
So the 2 people who were killed this morning in the Thembisa protest, from what you're saying, they were together, they were part of the same group. Do you have any information about the 2 victims who were found just earlier this evening?
The only information I have up to so far is that the number has increased to 4 deaths. We don't have the latest information in terms of whether they part of the group or not. But our investigators will look into that aspect as well during the investigation process.
Is IPID also probing the killing that the police minister told us about over the weekend, that 2 people who he says were resisting arrest when police were trying to round up suspected undocumented foreigners in Krugersdorp this past weekend? Is that also something you're probing?
I think IPID will look into allegations of police criminality or brutality in the country. And I think our investigators will also have to gather information in that respect so that we can be able to investigate the case. But I think we need to allow investigators to gather the information as well from that scene.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Spokesperson for the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, Lizzy Suping, confirming that they are probing the deaths of 4 protesters in Thembisa today. And regarding the deaths of the first 2, they are also investigating allegations that live ammunition was used in addition to rubber bullets.